In today's video, I am pulling out my sports science style videos, and of course, that is talking about some just crazy, unexpected plays in the NBA. How did they do it? And obviously, how you can do it as well. So let's get down, let's check out the science behind these just crazy basketball plays. So first, we're going to be looking at what looks to be J.J. Redick. Now, he's a great shooter, and this is why. So, of course, he's able to go and chuck up a random just kind of shot, and he makes it. How did he do it? Let's see. So, he gets that ball, and now he's planted his feet. Look. He's actually on an angle so that he's stopping his momentum in that direction. Next, when he goes up for his shot, check out that forearm. Check out that upper arm. That is exactly how you shoot a ball. That's nothing special. He's not getting lucky. He might have got a little bit lucky, I'm not going to lie. But that angle right there, straight up, elbow right underneath that ball, and then having that forearm pointing, in this case it looks to be straight at that rim. Check it out. That is a perfectly straight shot, and even, check this out, sort of catch it right there. That goes right off his middle finger, like I always teach. And because of that, it goes in. So now this next play, we have Jamal Murray. Now, hey, fellow Canadian, right? And he's attacking the rim, and then he uses his body and then does a circus shot. How did he get that in? Let's see. Let's break this down. So he's attacking the rim. He's keeping his head up, noticing that he's got one defender on this side, and he has two defenders coming down on him on this side, one being a bigger, stronger player. So how is he going to be able to beat the strength and power of three defenders, one being a center? Why? How? Let's see. So he's attacking. He brings that ball over, away from those two main defenders. This player is no longer a threat. So he's bringing that ball over, away from them, using his body as a shield so that he is unable to get that ball stripped. If he brought that ball up here, one or both of those players would be hacking away at that ball. So he keeps it away, straight arms away from his defenders. Now, he goes and he brings it in so that he can go up with power, because this player especially is going to be coming over on this side after he brings that ball way over towards that side. And of course, as we see, we have a hand on his shoulder. So now he's able to go use his body, and because he's using his body, he's able to then scoop that shot just like a regular reverse layup and get it off the backboard and in. This is something that every single player is able to do. A lot of players will bring their arms up in front, and that arm comes down and blocks that shot. However, if you scoop with this left hand away from your defender, almost like a hook shot in, and you're going to definitely make that shot. So now this next play, we have the Heat versus the Timberwolves. And of course, we have two players who are driving towards the basket. He has now drawn up that baseline defender, so that now this player has basically an open lane. He could have done an easy bounce pass, but he wants to keep it away from the defenders. If he does a bounce pass, this player has the chance of picking that off, so he doesn't want to do that. He wants to lob it up. Now, by lobbing it up, he now gets a player in trouble, in a lot of trouble, but how did he make that shot? Let's break this down. So now, in close-up mode, we send up that alley-oop. Now this player, watch his face. He is watching that ball the whole entire time. He knows where that backboard is. He knows. He is now still watching that ball, but in his peripheral vision, he knows where that backboard is. Watch where that ball hits off the backboard. Check it out. Now, he knows that by focusing in on that ball and hitting that top corner square, he's going to be able to make that shot. So even though he's in a compromised position, he still understands he doesn't have to get total control of this ball. It was lobbed up really softly, and because of that, he's able to just tap it in off that top corner of the square and make that basket. Now, I should warn you, if you're ever stuck in a compromised position, make sure you know how to fall. Now, he does know how to fall here. He lands on his feet first. However, the one thing that always scares me is you don't want to put your hands down like this. By having your hands down like that, you're liable to catch your arm underneath your body, and it could break your arm. What I would rather see a player do is to land on their feet, sort of like he did there, not his hands, and then have his body continue in a downward motion towards his butt, and then at that point use his hands to push himself on the floor when he hits his butt on the ground, so that instead of landing like he did there, he could have easily broken an arm or broken a tailbone, while instead he could have landed on his feet first, which he did, and then when he continued downwards, just before his butt hits the ground, he could have pushed himself along the ground in that direction, and that's one way that you could actually save yourself from getting seriously injured. So even though that wasn't about this video or about crazy plays, that's just a tip from me to you. Now, this is the last play that I'm going to show you today. We have a shot from the three-point line that gets bounced way right of the rim, and then it goes beyond the rim. Now, as a defensive player, you don't want to save any basketballs. However, as an offensive player, you could. And that's what this player does. He knows that, hey, it's going out of bounds anyways. I might as well just chuck the ball up in front of the rim and see what happens. And because of that, he has a player in line for a dunk. However, this could go a few different ways. Just by chucking the ball up over the backboard, because if the ball's going to go in or go out of bounds anyways, you could just bounce it off that backboard. That's one option. The other option is you might get really lucky and get that ball in. However, by leaving it in front of the rim, if you've got tall enough players who are in position to get a rebound, they may be there to clean up some easy baskets for you. Now, I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, hit that like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys again in our next video. Go check out my vertical jump training book, link in the description below if you're a player who wants to jump higher, faster. I'll see you guys again in our next video.